Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian. I am here once again today at the Rock Island Auction House looking at some of the guns in their February of 2016 regional auction, which is coming up. And I actually waffled back and forth on whether or not to do a video on this particular item. It's pretty cool, it's interesting. Unfortunately, I have extremely minimal information on it. So you can barely see it from back there. So I'm going to bring the camera back here right now and let you take a closer look at this while I tell you what I do know about it. All right, so here you have a look at it. You can probably see now this is a key. It's a very old style of key. And I think this takes us to some sort of unwritten rule of humanity, which is if there is a thing, someone has made a gun out of that thing. And this is, of course, a classic example of that. So as I mentioned, the information about something like this is very, very minimal, at least what I've been able to find. The basic premise is that, in theory, this would be used by a prison guard, and because the gun is built into the key, if someone tries to escape, the guard already has a gun in their hand to shoot the person with. Now, there are lots of potential holes in that explanation, but it seems to be the best thing I can find. Now, one of the problems with that explanation, with an example like this, is that it has no firing mechanism. So the main shaft of the key is hollow, and it would be easy enough to ram some powder and a projectile down there. But all this has for firing is a touch hole. So in order to actually fire this thing, you would need to apply a lit ember to that touch hole to light the gunpowder, and then it would fire. Now the theory is the guard would be smoking a cigar at the time and would be able to use that, which I guess that's possible. I guess you definitely want to be smoking then. Kind of pointless to have this without having a source of a lit ember around to use it with. Now there are other examples out there of key guns that were made with all sorts of different types of firing mechanisms, some very elaborate, some very simple. I've actually seen versions like this that had a matchlock, basically hammer attached to them back here on a pivot so that you could actually carry this with a lit ember, and just by pivoting down the ember you could fire the thing. And that goes all the way up to very elaborate flintlock, wheel lock type designs, and then all the way back down to things as simple as this. So an interesting element of the gunsmithing arts, I suppose, and unfortunately I know absolutely nothing about the provenance of this particular one, and it's a difficult subject to research. So if you happen to know more about these, I would be very interested in hearing about them. Any sort of substantial research on these would be very interesting to read. So if you do, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video despite the almost complete lack of information about this thing. It is certainly an interesting curio and a neat idea, and if you'd like to have it yourself, take a look at the link in the description text below where you will find Rock Island's catalog page on this piece. It actually comes with 3 other small antique pistols, so I will let you take a look at the catalog page to see the details on those, and if you'd like them, you can place a bid online or right there on the catalog. So, thanks for watching. Have a good evening.